I think who started doing that? It was in the Chinese region. Was it LGD? I think it was Faith Beyond who came up with that build. And I think they even played it at the major when they played against EG in the final, and they completely destroyed them with their Brewmaster.
Right.
And then after that, it picked up a little bit of popularity. It's not an easy hero to play by any means. Like, the micro can be quite intense. But if you got it down, the hero is super strong. It's a decent laner as well.
5 seconds.
And they just don't want to deal with it at all.
So Winter Wyvern picked up, big team fight, ulti hero in that one. You've got potential reach with the Earth Spirit. You've got AoE lockdown in the form of an ult here for Winter Wyvern if you can land it right.
Ooh.
And Night Stalker coming in, which is always interesting to see where this hero ends up and how quickly, you know, we see, say, a Night Stalker get a Blink Dagger to have that silence to work with. They picked TB into it. We've seen Night Stalkers be kind of a pain for TBs.
Sure. But that's only until you get, like, an item or two. Because, like, realistically, what Night Stalker wants to do, he wants to be on top of you. And if you're on top of Terrorblade, that probably means he's just gonna beat you to death. Like, he has a lot of damage. You have Winter Wyvern, who can potentially help you, but now with his Bad Rider pickup, which is a really, really good pickup against pretty much all the heroes they have on the Execration side, it's gonna be a lot tougher to play the team fights. You have this heal now, but if you heal someone under a Firefly, you can potentially just set them up for more damage afterwards.
So nervous about this TB. This combo could be deadly of the Bat Rider
also
Night
TB
Stalker.
into Elder Titan, right?
Yeah, and
It kind of goes both ways, where the armor reduction aura is only applied to the real Elder Titan. So running in close to Terrorblade, we just spoke about it, is very dangerous. And some people prefer to play Terrorblade in the matchup, other people prefer to play Elder Titan, simply because if Elder Titan walks in, he should just get right-clicked by Terrorblade and die in a couple of seconds. But if you can get on top of him, he's suddenly just a squish ball. You know, one of those stress balls, and you just keep squishing? That's what Terrorblade becomes when Elder Titan is next to him.
yeah, but usually those keep their form.
Yeah, I mean, Terrorblade will keep his form until he dies.
So you're saying it's a stress ball that's been used too much?
Yeah, or a stress ball that's been manufactured poorly and explodes after being squished too much. Something like that.
Okay.
I don't know if it's actually a thing or not.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, you got it. It works out. I'll give it to you. All right.
10 seconds.
So this last pick now is going to be pretty important. It's going to be a carry hero. Most likely. It could be Night Stalker carry. And it will have to be a hero that deals well with the Viper in the lane, which is
Ooh.
Drow Ranger. That's a good pick. It deals well with Terrorblade, deals well with Viper. It's pretty good against Earth Spirit too. Very nice. And now Execration, you got a lot of things to answer. You gotta answer the Bad Rider, you gotta answer the Drow Ranger.
10 seconds.
And
One would have been amazing, but it's banned.
when we saw Drow
Uh-huh.
back during the season of the DPC, we saw it strong in a lot of games and successful in a lot of games. This is a lot of silence from SMG. It's a long silence from the Drow. It's a long, you know, you can manta the Drow silence, but you can't manta the Night Stalker silence.
Yep. And on top of that, they have a ton of damage. The only thing they're lacking is stuns. They have one Echo Stomp and one Lasso. That's pretty much it. They have a lot of slows, a lot of damage amplification. But in the stun department, they're very, very lacking. Puck is banned. A lot of mobility here is just banned. So it's going to be tough to find a good last pick here that deals with Bad Rider and Drow Ranger as well. Invoker. Oh, that's not what I expected. Okay.
Interesting.
I mean, Crosswax Invoker can work. It's definitely not Exalt. It would be way too greedy. But it doesn't strike me as amazing against Drow or Bad Rider or Night Stalker already, if we are talking about that. It can work, but it's very easy for Invoker in this game to die. Like if anybody gets on top of you, you're just pretty much gone. But yeah, it will depend on how the fights start, how the early game goes. Like Bad Rider can lose to an Invoker. It's a 50-50 matchup, like a skill matchup. Have to see how Yowie does there. Because Moon is really the big guy we're looking at here. Like he's the guy that can kill a Terrorblade easily, can gank the Viper easily, and transition into the strong mid-game Bad Rider that we've seen so many times.
So my question becomes: we've seen the Storm on Moon, a hero that honestly the two of us weren't that confident with Moon on. We've seen the Death Prophet on Moon, a hero we're very confident on when we see Moon on that hero. Where does Bat Rider fall in that? Like, we've seen the upper echelon and the lower echelon. Where's Bat Rider on Moon? Like, in your eyes?
I think I would put that right in the middle. Like, during the DPC, he has played it a couple of times.
Okay.
And in some games, he dominated really hard. In other games, he fell flat. But that just shows me that he knows how to play the hero. He's just overestimating his strength sometimes.
Right.
Which can lead to his death. So I think his Bad Rider is very capable on it. I mean, obviously, otherwise they wouldn't have picked it. This is like the do or die scenario, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm just really unsure about his Qualifiers Invoker. I hope he proves me wrong, but this Execration draft can fall flat really fast. Like if they fall behind early, could be a struggle to get back into the game.
We'll have to see how they play this one out.
Yeah. And the lane shouldn't be too hard for Invoker at least. But picking Terrorblade into Night Stalker sort of guarantees that Night Stalker is going to have a decent first night at least, because it's going to have good farm and decent levels.
And counting.
Wait.
But I'm mid-game. Like Terrorblade can really take over this game if he gets the BKB and a couple of items.
But that's relatively into the game, right? Like that's not something that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen in an instant.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, and we said Drow is really good, which is true still, but they do have ways to get on top of him. Like this Earth Spirit, if he ever rolls on top of him and there's a Viper spitting poison on you, you can die very, very easily in this laning stage here.
Let's do that.
3 bounties again for SMG. They're doing a really good job. I think they got most bounties in all 3 games so far.
It's probably the most bounties for one team at the start of a game for a series, I would say.
Yeah, it could very well be. They've gotten a ton of them. So mid one will have to be a little bit careful here. He probably wants to get off of sticks and just go to the jungle and farm safely.
Right. Boulder Smash coming out early on. We'll see what Raji can do with this. I mean,
They just want to push out the lane into the tower.
Right.
Make it hard for Drow to last it.
Quick disconnect from KP, hopefully.
Yeah.
Always
Terrorblade went through a pretty cool evolution, Bkop.
How so?
Like Reflection was never used. I know everybody skills it at least one level into the lane because it got changed a little bit where it lasts longer and deals more overall damage on the earlier levels. And now it's actually pretty painful. Like every 28 seconds you just get like a free 100 damage Harris on both heroes, which adds up very quickly and it only costs 35 mana.
Which really is nothing.
Yeah, 35 mana, like you regen that easily. Let's do the math. 1 mana per second, 28 seconds cooldown. He loses like 7 mana every cast, which is like he can cast this indefinitely basically.
Which means you're getting decent harassment out of one spell.
Yeah.
And that's
On top
not
of
the
that, there's
only
a
thing you're
movement slow as
using.
well, right?
Yeah.
And if a Wyvern applies Arctic Burn on top of that, that's a ton of Harris damage. You can already see both heroes are like about half health, and Ange is actually forced to skill Nature's Attendance.
Which is really not something you want to see early on from your Enchantress taking Nature's Attendance, because you want to, if you can, Not really saying that a Night Stalker early on is a hero that can do this, but you know, if you can, maybe go to Enchant, or if you want to play that harassment role for an Enchantress, go into the Impetus. And now you've got neither, and you're healing. So this early level, at least, for Execration, should be theoretically easy, which could potentially snowball the lane in their favor, right? Just that one skill alone could be enough to win the lane, right?
Yeah, it could be, because once Terrorblade gets access to Metamorphosis and his Conjure Image, this Night Stalker won't have an easy time last hitting. Like, they're sitting at an even amount of damage, pretty much. Once his first level illusion comes out, it'll be very hard for him to last hit. And you can't really harass him since he has 10 armor. And really, optimally, if you're an Enchantress in this lane, you want to go heavy into the Impetus and Enchant. Just so that in the first nighttime, you can really pressure this Terrorblade.
Right.
So we'll have to see how much this first level in attendance actually impacts this lane. And how heavily it impacts the lane. Because right now, the creep equilibrium is pretty in favor of the Execration side. Which is good for the Terrorblade, of course.
You fan of the Banjo Charge?
No, I've heard better.
Okay.
I've heard worse. So it's like, I'll give it a 6 out of 10.
Not
5.5
bad.
out of 10.
Okay. All right.
No, like right in the middle.
Banjo Charge will take it.
It will have to. Otherwise, I'll just remove it.
Well, you've heard it here first, folks. Black is Ice Frog.
Who said I wasn't?
Nobody, but if you're admitting that you can remove things, then I think you are admitting
I'm
that
saying
you're
a
Ice
lot
Frog.
of things. The thing is, if you say a lot of things, like no one ever knows what is reality, what is illusion. How do you even know that you're talking to me right now, Bkop? Because I could be talking to someone else.
Well, I see you in the webcam.
Well, that could just be something I recorded yesterday.
Okay. So you've recorded all of this yesterday.
Yeah.
And as such have predicted every single move, every question I've asked, every move I make.
Mm-hmm.
Will
It's
you?
impressive, right?
Yeah. Sounds like you'll be watching me.
Yeah. But don't be scared. I'm your friend. You have nothing to worry about. I'm on your side, my friend.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, we're going back into the game, by the way.
Yeah, sure.
Will it follow the same thread?
The game can play. All right.
Yeah. But as we said, this Bad Rider will have to be doing a lot of work. He gets to level 6, want to see an aggressive lasso usage, hopefully get a kill with it, and then it starts snowballing from there. Because they don't really have the best answer to Bad Rider at all. Basically
Right.
no answer.
So we'll see what they can do with this early going here. You should. It looks like they really didn't make Afu pay for taking Nature's Attendance early on. And the 2's going to come maybe a little bit earlier for SMG. They get level 2 on KP. They've only got level 1 on Afu. He pops the Nature's Attendance. They're trying to get the damage out on the Night Stalker, but they really just can't stand tall with Palos not having a lot of damage here, or a lot of health left here.
Yep. Gets transferred to healing self though, and Metamorphosis is still half duration. No Arctic Burn though. So won't be able to really pressure a kill here.
Doesn't pressure a kill, but he does pressure them a little bit. Pressures out some damage. Void use, KP on the run, out of mana, but I don't believe they'll be catching them anytime soon.
No. Night Stalker also working with a very high natural health region. So he's gonna be just fine. And now Enchantress is holding onto a skill point. Probably seeing whether the camps are blocked or not. Then he will go into the Impetus or Enchant. The small camp is unfortunately a very bad creep for him, so Enchant doesn't really make sense. The other one is a centaur though. So if he ever goes to the high ground, finds a centaur, could be very good. There's also a massive wave coming into the tower for the Night Stalker, so he's gonna get almost over 4 from that. And he should have a very good first nighttime. Might even pressure the Terrorblade into the jungle.
The earlier you can accomplish that, the better, obviously. RR, Arctic Burn,
RR's
but
not winning this.
yeah, Nature's Attendance means you're not winning, RR. Although not
Why are they
dying
laughing so
doesn't
creepily?
mean... Yeah, I never enjoyed the sound that Nature's Attendance makes. You should be attending to my wounds, not laughing at them.
Yeah. It's kind of mean, honestly.
Yeah?
Like, imagine if a nurse just laughed at you. I mean, she laughed at me when I broke my arm because I was being an idiot, but I'm a special case scenario.
I guess so.
At least that's what my mom told me.
Right.
You're special, son.
Thought only I got
like
told that.
No. I always knew it too,
Did you know?
right when I was born. Yeah, of course.
Okay. Fair enough.
Palace is eating a lot of damage here.
Ooh.
Very definition of
And
Go.
Raji is eating more damage.
Yeah, we haven't really talked about the top lane at all.
No, not really, except for that simple stint in the early part where they were pushing the wave into mid one.
Yeah, he has to be careful here on Draw Ranger as well. If he gets rolled and kicked into the Viper, he can die very easily. They should really get aggressive on this Draw Ranger, as long as they can. Because once he's level 6, he just retreats to the jungle.
Now BDZ busy pulling for the moment.
And Chandler's in trouble down there, but Nature's Attendance.
As the Nature's
Great
Attendance
spell.
and throws some damage back onto RR. They use the meta. There's another meta that's not going to turn into a kill, which benefits SMG. They might be able to go once this meta is down. It's 12 seconds till nighttime. And Afu is playing pretty far
Afu
forward,
what?
almost like he wants to die.
To my heart.
No, I don't think he wanted to die. I think he just kind of misclicked a couple of times. Like he wanted to enchant a creep. And then he cancels his animation, probably misclicking on the wrong creep. And then... yeah, I guess he was just being a little bit stubborn there.
AP moving forward, and we'll throw one void out on the palace. We haven't really talked mid either. Munu level 6. He's gone 302 for the moment. Picks up a bounty rune. Gets 2 charges on that bottle. Mid one. I know, getting pressured and ends up dead.
Getting rolled on, as we said. If you get rolled on, you will die. Like, there's no saving you. Elder Titan can't really do a whole lot for you.
Wyvern in
No,
trouble.
Viper's getting close to 6.
RR.
Ooh.
Golden Brace. Moon on him with the Firefly. Arctic Burn. Very dead. RR gone.
Good rotation there. Now the question is, does Invoker also want to rotate, or is he going to play more of a greedy style? Here's his Urn completed now, so probably looking for at least a kill or an assist, so he can...
Tornado EMP. Roll comes in from BDZ. Look at the damage. Very quick kill there.
And just as the Urn completed as well. So now he has Urn charges right off the bat, and he's rotating top right away. Mid one actually didn't have a TP. He died TPing out. I didn't notice. So he did the Walk of Shame. He's only level 4. Just now reached 5 and Nico 6 already. Oh, and Invoker's coming. But Bedra is also coming.
Yeah, they've got a lot coming in. Tornado EMP.
Didn't know he was coming, though.
Bat Rider in trouble. Geomagnetic Grip. They've got the sweep for a second. Raji trying to help, and it might be enough. BDZ turned on. Moon gets the kill with the Firefly. And they're going to try and maybe get one in return. Raji taking some damage here. Yoi moving in. Nico, well, should have the output. They do have the cold snap. They will get the kill.
Dire's top tower
Yep,
is
Night Stalker still kept the catapult alive bottom though, so that's gonna be a lot of tower damage. Expecting somebody to TP down there soon. Nope, not happening.
to their top tower.
Earthspirit actually tipping in the middle. Oh, they wanna kill this Draw Ranger.
Under attack.
You gotta be careful, mid one.
Tornado in, it lands again. There's the roll. Cold snap. STP's coming in, but the damage will be too much for Mid1 to handle. They'll get the kill. They've got the geomagnetic grip. A silence on a Raji that might have kept alive at least one here on the side of Execration. Yogi Cold Embrace. Raji on the run. Apu with the Nature's Attendance, but he's on the other side of this cliff, so he really can't get to Raji. They've got the silence with the geomagnetic grip once again. They get the kill onto the Elder Titan, and SMG just throwing bodies and not finding any results.
Yeah, very reminiscent. And what's the word? Reminiscent. Reminiscent.
Reminiscent. No. You got it.
Yeah, that's the right word. Okay, of game 1, where they just kind of trickle in one by one, right? Like one guy comes in and the next guy comes in. Like they're not ready for this kind of movements from Execration. They're playing very fast, very aggressively, and they're just not in position to respond at all. So they try to react, but of course if you react, your TPs are very slow, and you just can't really get anything in return. They have a lasso though. No, he doesn't. He didn't skill it still.
Yeah, 4-1-2. Nico, Viper Strike. They've got the stun coming in for the Centaur. That's out from Apu with the Boulder Smash in. They've got the stun for a second. Moon, he's in trouble. They got the kill on Nico, but how much is it going to cost them? They lose Moon, they'll lose Apu. That's for sure. Both those kills are for Yowie.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom
And
tower
all this
is under
time,
attack.
Terrorblade is just free farming. Our draw is to be careful down here. Mid1 doesn't really have a place to be at right now. Like he's just running back and forth.
Tower is in
He's feeling really uncomfortable in this game. Look at his
yeah,
net
for
worth, only
sure.
2.8. Deciding to farm a triangle now, which isn't super fast. He's only level 6, only 1 level on multi-shot. He went for a lane-winning sort of skill build, but he got crushed.
Sitting 0-2-1.
Yeah, usually when you have a tough lane, you just want to max out the multi-shot to be able to jungle faster. But yeah, he's gonna be in Struggle City for a while.
Ah,
And they're looking for Palace up there.
we're traveling again. It's time to Struggle City.
Yeah, lots of different cities all around. Is the Spirit gonna find him? Oh my god, they caught him. And here's
Question is,
Lasso.
can they kill him? He's
It was
got
very
meta.
greedy by Palos. He
got-
saw the Bad Rider and just stood next to him.
Yeah.
Not sure what he was thinking there. Like, maybe if I can be sneaky enough, I can... Like, what even? You can't cut the way for anything. Very curious play.
Greedy maybe thinking he would get a rotation.
Potentially. But yeah, they were onto him straight away. Like, they were looking for him for like 15 seconds, finally found him. Have mechanism now on Viper completed, popping meta straight away, and they want to hit the mid tower here. Is there any response from the Dire is the question. Mid1 does not feel like he wants to fight
under attack.
at all right now, so I think they're just gonna give this one up.
Structures against
They have no lasso as well. Not really feasible to defend that.
the radiant glyph is now active.
We'll get this tier 1 tower.
Dire's middle tower
Yep, easy pickup.
is no more.
Yasha almost complete on the Terrorblade. He isn't super farmed, but he will pick up his farm
Radiant should
much faster now that he has the Yasha completed and maxed out illusions. An instant smoke up here from Execration, but the Wyvern doesn't look smoked for me with this cosmetic, but he actually is.
Yeah. It's like the exoskeletons left.
Yeah, looks really weird.
They go
Yeah,
for
just gonna
Raji,
catch Raji
and
here.
this should be an easy kill. Boulder Smash wins. Mid-1 Afu coming over, maybe trying to help out. Raji ends up surviving. They've got the sweep on it too, but are they going to set this up into a kill onto the Invoker? They've got the multi-shot, but Yowie not taking a lot of damage. They've got the Tornado as well as the EAP that comes into Afu. He's not got a lot of mana to play with. And, well, KP already came in, and he really didn't do enough. Magnetize out. They'll get the kill on Afu. Back over on the Night Stalker for a moment, while over top, Palace is dead again to Moon.
Yeah, very big solo kill here by Moon. Lasso just came off cooldown, uses it straight away again onto Palos. And this is the second death That's very costly for him here. He has to be more careful, to be more aware of his surroundings. Like Bad Rider, we spoke about it, is a hard counter to Terrorblade. You don't really have any defensive tools at all. Moon might be getting caught out of here though. Oh yeah, he should be dead.
Tornado, if it lands, over to his right. Boulder Smash also over to his right.
But Viper's also coming.
And yeah, now they have the vision on him, but still into the Firefly. Flame Break sticking with him. Moon's still on the run. Sunstrike, I guess. And I guess that's gone wrong, but it's not going to matter. Moon still ends up dead.
Massive rotation, but it's also a really important kill. Like this Bad Rider was popping off, and now you finally put a stop to his reign of terror. And now Viper is very close to the top of the net worth. Like the 3 cores of the Radiant doing very well. And we actually see Night Stalker. He isn't doing very hot at all. Like 002, his farm isn't very good though. So that means he could just fall off very rapidly. Like we have seen a lot of Night Stalkers just suddenly do nothing if they don't keep up with the farm.
Raji searching with that Astral Spirit.
No, Metamorphosis popped again, just to farm the triangle. And mid one is finally catching back up again. Like they gave him a lot of space, and he made good use of it.
Alice, I mean, they were giving him space, but he got caught twice here by Moon. Like, that is something I feel like that shouldn't be happening when the rest of your team is making fights happen.
Yeah, unfortunate deaths. Like, if he didn't die these 2 times, I think he would be close to like 8k net worth now. Maybe even a little bit higher. Which of course would put SMG at a massive timer. And they're smoking up now. Haste rune on Bad Rider, that's the perfect rune for him. The only tool they have to deal with that is the Invoker Tornado, of course. But it's very hard to land on a Bad Rider. And they're catching the Viper here.
Or they might. Moon kind of gives it up on that one.
Yeah, interesting. Kind of just walk next to him. Be like, hey, I'm here. They're very split again.
Yeah, they
just
really
the
are.
enchanters down there though. Bad Rider's now TPing as well. But Execration is already smoked up.
If they could catch Moon to start, possibly take a very big fight. EMP, Spirit Vessel, all through onto the Enchantress. They'll get the kill on Afu, and Moon wants to move in on this, but they've got the ice wall down. Tornado comes out, RR coming over. He's level 6. He does have the Winter's Curse if he wants to place it, but he has to do it sooner rather than later. Now he's been silenced up. They've got the Void on the Yowie. They've got the high ground for SMG, but can they do anything with this? Sweep lands on the 2. That's onto the Viper as well as the Invoker. But now Cold Snap Meteor all the way down onto Moon. He's in trouble with the Spirit Vessel on him, but he gets the last off. It's not going to do anything, though. He'll end up dead. They'll look for the roll. They're trying to catch mid one. They've got the Magnetized down under the Drown. They're going to continue to look to find more heroes. KP might have to sacrifice his life or at least put himself in a precarious position to make sure that his drought gets out. Raji actually does that instead. He'll end up dead, and now KP, he was there as well, and he'll fall too. So SMG again playing that game plan that has just bit them in the butt too many times, and it's sloppy from them once more.
No, that's 4-0, right? And Terrorblade didn't even join the fight. He was farming throughout. He's almost 2k net worth ahead of the Drow Ranger now. There was very indecisive. Like, he got a good Echo Stomp on the Invoker, but no Earth Splitter to follow up, no Lasso, and then just as he was about to die, then he lassos him. But as you said, it did nothing at that point, and they just had to do a full disengage. There was, with all their ults and all 5 heroes available, by the way.
Yeah.
They won this 4v5. Yowie looking for a kill top. If you get Cold Snap Vessel and Terrorblade hitting him, he's gonna die fast. Be very careful, Moon here. He can't feed it away another kill.
Yeah, Yowie coming over. Cold Snap, Tornado, Palos into the Metamorphosis. They've got the Cold Snap, Ice Wall down, Moon's gone.
Ooh, nothing's going right for SMG here once more.
Radiant should look to their middle tower.
They still have a good lineup, but nah, the gold lead is also only 2,000. It just feels
Is under attack.
very one-sided for some reason.
To their top tower.
Yeah.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Like SMG just once more, just can't really get anything going. Nightstalker went back for a recovery Midas, but it's not really a position you ever want to be in, because now you're in the second nighttime and you have a Midas.
Look to their top
Like, you feel terrible about this if you're the Nightstalker.
Oh, he's actually got himself a
Mid
Midas.
one.
He just picked it up, and now mid one, he's in trouble. Magnetize on him. BDZ gets the roll. The 4-step forward from Nico, trying to get the kill here on a mid one. They're going to reapply the Magnetize. They've got the silence on a 2. Mid one sitting low. KP's in. They've got the sweep, but it's not in time to save the Drow. They're going to lose 2 for this. But they do get the kill onto mid one. Meanwhile, top lasso out onto the Invoker. KP coming in. He's got that ult. RR again sitting on this Winter's Curse. He's going to try and TP away. Maybe dropping
no
down a
reveal,
Winter's
though.
Curse could have saved Yoey, but Yoey saves himself as he runs over to the side.
Kill the courier and leave. Ah,
Kill the courier and then die. Come on.
okay, TP out. If they gotten as Invoker, that would have been massive. Like, there was like a 2-pronged attack, top and bot lane, but Invoker just makes it out because there was no reveal. Like, Bad Rider in these kind of scenarios should have a dust on him, just to be able to catch these kind of heroes. And mid one TPing back bottom again. Has to be careful. Execration is going to be looking for him once more. He's going to fuse the blade on Terrorblade. Okay.
Interesting.
I've seen it a couple of times, but not this late. Usually it's like a first item.
Oh, it's disconnecting.
Yeah, maybe that's why he had this queued up. He's like, nah, I'm done.
Oh, come back in and it won't be cute anymore, so it's okay.
Now, the first blade of Alacrity is flying out already, though, so he is somewhat committed. I'd much rather see him have a BKB, honestly. Like, if he has a BKB, none of his heroes can touch him. It would be very game-breaking for SMG if they can't jump on top of this Terrorblade. They have so many silences and everything, it's gonna be a little tough for him to play these fights.
I'm not sure why he's deciding to go to this diffusal.
Yeah, it's not even... Like, who's he gonna mana burn? It's not like they have problems getting on top of people.
Winter
I feel
Wyvern.
like the item build? Yeah, it's just weird.
The diffusal is certainly weird, but this Winter Wyvern, we haven't seen a Winter's Curse, I believe. We've seen a bunch of cool.
We have not.
You know, are you thinking maybe the diffusal's also a way to set up to get that slow? Like, is that something that you need, or do you want something else? Roll in. Now they're looking for the sweep, but they've got the silence out, and there's the Winter's Curse on a 3. Nico 4-staffing in. Afu, he's going to try and throw some damage under the BDZ. The Cold Embrace is not going to be enough to save him, but the BKB popped here by Moon. He's going in. He's got the Firefly. The damage coming out from mid one. Nobody's able to get on top of this Drow. They've got the kill onto 2. They'll take out the Viper. They'll look
Last
for
on
more.
2.
Ooh, Raji taken out by Palos.
Oh, Moon overstays. Look at him again.
Spear Vessel on him, and the right-click damage coming up from the Metamorphosis Terrorblade, and now they're going to go for more. They've got the Reflection out. And Afu in trouble. Nature's Attendance, 4-staff. Tornado missing. Spear Vessel on the right clicks with the Cold Snap should be enough. Sunstrike was there to secure it if needed.
Yeah. A little bit unnecessary that they didn't have to chase. Like, his lasso came off cooldown just there, so he was probably like, guys, I can maybe get one more. But BKB ran out, Cold Snap, Spirit Vessel, and TB is hitting you for a whole lot of damage. His top tower is now gone too. TB is getting very rich.
Yeah.
To the point where a Draw Ranger might not be able to compete with him anymore. Like, if he gets the BKB Blink Dagger now, this Draw Ranger is not gonna have a fun time.
Dire are scanning for enemies.
That's a double damage.
Roll in. missing, but they've got the cold snap. Viper strike slows down. Afu in trouble. Mid one trying to get some damage on her to BDZ. They hit the sleep on her Nico.
How many times have we seen that in game 1 and 3 combined, where Afu is just all by himself and he gets picked off? Like, you can't play the same sort of Enchantress game if you're against the Viper. This Nether Toxin just makes your ult completely useless, nullifies it. He should know this. He's 1-7.
Yeah.
It's not like he's making any sort of space. He's dying on his side of the map.
Not really making much space at all.
Yeah, another roll in.
Roll in, kick back, and they'll use that ult on the Night Stalker, trying to make something happen, but they've got themselves the Winter's Curse as well as the Tornado coming in on a few. Going forward with the Void, Sunstrike going in, not landing on a Raji. They'll TP out, and now they roll away.
Oh, he's stuck on a cliff.
He's on the cliff, only for a moment. He's got the roll once again. And they just can't catch anybody.
Yeah, Execration definitely playing very well around them.
They want to go back in. Mid one, he's been caught. They've got the silence now. Mid one, though, hit with the Diffusal Blade, and Sunstrike's there. Force Staff, he's gonna avoid the Sunstrike. So mid one trying to survive. Tornado coming in, but that's not gonna land either. They've got the BKB, but Moon taking too much damage. He'll end up dead. They've got themselves the Nether Toxin. The roll in from BDZ. He's not gonna land on the mark. Looking for mid one. But
Are they gonna
did
transition
kill
into
Moon.
Roshan is the question. They're looking for it. They do have Alacrity and Cold Snap. This Roshan is not very difficult. But it's also not the fastest. Does SMG have any sort of defense to this? Elder Titan is not near at all. Night Stalker, nope, no ult. Looks like they're just giving this one up.
$3K lead
Kudos
for
to SMG
Execration.
though. Look at the score, but the gold difference is only 3K. It's commendable.
Yeah, keeping it as close as they can.
TB going straight into the Blink Dagger, actually, not even going for the BKB. This might end up costing him. His item build is very, very aggressive. Diffusal, Blink Dagger, that's more than 5.5k gold there that he spent on pure aggression. He doesn't really have a defensive tool at all.
BDC, I feel like he's been doing so much in this match.
Yeah, might be getting caught out here though. Nope, getting out again.
Flamebreak
Moon is
pushes him
diving in,
even
though.
further away. Moon diving, gets the lasso out onto the TB, but will they have the damage? It doesn't look likely. Moon with BKB to TP, and that's it.
His Blink Dagger though. Diffu in 3. Distorted Raw Ranger, he's TPing without BKB. What is wrong?
Oh gosh. Just
This
on
is
the
so
edge of
risky
that.
against an
Meanwhile,
Earth
though,
Spirit.
Night Stalker right on top of RR, but they've got the wall down, and it's made of ice. That means you're not moving far enough away. KP ends up dead. Get Yoey the kill, and now with the ult coming down from RR, should be a second secured on Afu.
Yeah, it is getting outmoved. Very similar to game 1, honestly, where Execration is just playing the map way better than SMG is, and they're finding pickoffs, whereas SMG is not. He has a Blink Dagger and 5 Manta Dodge. Ah, didn't get it. He has a Blink though. Blink Diffu maybe? No, I can't reach.
Going to the Scotty next.
Interesting. Just chooses to not go BKB at all, huh? Didn't need it so far.
Hasn't needed it once.
Alright, Night Stalker, what you got? Might has been. Look at his health, 1600 health. You remember what we spoke about in the draft? Like you run on top of the Terror Blade, you just get killed in 2 seconds?
Right.
This is exactly what's going to happen now. Like he just has no HP pool whatsoever.
Oh boy, Afu in trouble. Mid one trying to do some damage here out on Nico. They've got the silence through onto the Winter Wyvern. The Meteor coming down. That's under the KP. Meanwhile, mid one on the back end of this fight. He's taking a lot of damage, as is Raji. They'll get the kill to the Night Stalker as well as this Elder Titan. Moon throws a flame break, but that's not going to help Afu survive. And Palace gets himself a double kill. 3 heroes dead on the side of SMG. They'll get the tier 2, and they might even just move on to the high ground.
Yeah, they have no buyback on the Night Stalker. Oh, mid one.
Oh, taking
It's just
so
dead.
much damage. He's gone. Triple kill for Palos, and they've glyphed.
He still has Sunder available as well. Blink Dagger in 4. He's looking for a Blink Sunder target here.
Trying to roll in. Geomagnetic grip, just keeping them away. Meta, not much time on it.
Yeah, but it should be enough for the tower minimum. It is. So Moon opted to not go for a Blink Dagger at all, which now means they have no real initiation at all. And Night Stalker is struggling to find any farm on the map. It was lower bracket, right?
Yeah, this is the lower bracket, round 3.
Oh no. Looking real rough right now for SMG.
Yeah, this is the time you're either alive or not. It's elimination.
Well, they're having a smoke up at least. Like, they're looking for BDZ. He has a BKB though. Pops it right away.
Yeah, already pops it. He's got the silence out on the Moon. He's going to miss the roll. He also has the Lotus Orb on him. BDZ now going over onto the supports. They'll find themselves Afu. They've got themselves the Magnetize onto 2. The roll to follow it up. They've got the Boulder Smash to kick Raji back into the hands of Execration. They'll focus their attention on the Afu after killing Raji. That's 2 heroes dead, and everybody else on the side of SMG is just running away.
I did not expect that Earthspirit to have a BKB. He's very farmed. And yeah, I'm looking for some silver linings here, but it's just really not much SMG can do at this point. They need a Blink Dagger on Bad Rider, but he's not going for one. How are they going to find anyone out of position and then capitalize on it?
Right.
Like, you can't punish these positional mistakes because you don't have an initiation tool.
Scotty picked up for the TB.
Yeah, mid one. He has to be careful here. If he gets hit by the Terror Blade, BKB TP out is all he can do. Been in this position way too many times, man. Where you're like in qualifiers, you know the game. It's looking real bad.
Yep.
And you're just scared to do anything. Oh, mid one.
Mid one in trouble, and BKB or not, he's still dead with the BKB being popped by Yoey. They've got the damage to get the kill on the Moon. They'll get themselves 2. They've got buyback available on this Drow.
None of the bad though.
Just use that metamorphosis, so things are looking sketchy here for SMG on their last leg.
Moon TP'd into an Earth Spirit roll, like he was literally right on top of him as soon as the TP ended. Oh man, BDZ is playing out of his mind.
Creeps will push in. Meta's still about a 4th of the duration.
It's probably not enough for a second sight, but they're in firm control of this match. 700 gold for the BKB now on Terror Blade. Once he has that, you would imagine that with how the match has been going, he's just immortal, right, at that point.
Right.
He hasn't needed it so far. He's just buying it as an insurance, basically. But yeah, it's a good purchase, because they're not lacking damage. And yeah, 200 gold away now. Are they gonna wait for the Roshan is the real question. Like, how safe do they want to play it? They can. Their late game is better.
Right.
They just,
saves mana.
you know, like, they can choose. Do they want to end the game now, which is a little bit more risky? But of course the game is just over then. Or are you gonna wait for that second Rosh with the shard? Just play it super safe.
Well, the timing
They
on
also have no
Roche
meta.
might line up, yeah, with meta.
Yeah.
They're going to go in with the ult. The right click's coming through. They've got the silence on RR. He doesn't have buyback. He's dead for 47 seconds. Right click comes in
and
underneath
TB also
Nico,
meta.
slows him down, 4-staff onto the low ground. They've got Moon coming in with the lasso. That's a long range lasso that hits onto the Invoker. They've got the right click damage coming in, but they've got the BKB pop by Yoey. Sleep out onto the Viper, roll in from BDZ. He gets the Magnetize down onto the 3 with the Viper strike just before Nico ends up dead. He's got the buyback. Mid one getting low, in some trouble. They've got the Magnetize reapply. They'll get the kill on Raji as well as Mid one. They don't have buyback behind those heroes. Down goes Afu. 3 heroes gone. Moon's been found. Moon's been spotted. And just like Joey Wheeler, Palos will take out the moon. They've got the Winter's Curse, and this will lock up what should be the full team wipe. Geomagnetic Grip will miss the roll, goes the other way, and blinks out. But they still want to find him.
There's a blink up in 3 seconds on a Terrorblade. Spider Legs also in 2.
And there it is. Defusal and the kill.
And now you don't need to wait for the Roche. You just go for Megas. You could potentially even go for the Throne. Mid 1. He bought back. He's dead for a whole minute still. Nice Dog was so close to his BKB. If he's forced to buy back here, he'll be so far away from it again.
And Glyph used, but the creeps are in. They're going to get this tier 3. They're going to get this set of racks.
They're going to get Megas. Like, Electricity Terrorblade is just too quick at taking buildings. Invoker's coming back in 1 second.
Raji's showing himself. I don't know if you want to be that close. Defusal and you're dead.
Now look at that Terrorblade. Vroom, 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 vroom. Just evaporating everything. Oh, nice Manta Dodge. Hey, they don't get Megas. They still hold onto the tower, albeit on a very low health. Now it's time for Roshan. They don't have Metamorphosis though. So Execration might want to just wait it out a little bit. Or maybe not. Or maybe yes.
Indecisive sitting.
Yeah. Terrorblade very close to his next upgrade as well. Could be a Swift Blink. Could be a Hurricane Pike. Both are very good upgrades.
Come on, sprites.
Rolling onto the high ground, and now they're going to look to get to the backlines here for KP. They've got the Spirit Vessel out onto the Enchantress. Sunstrike not even needed as they'll get the last one, but this is on the BDZ. He's already taken a lot of the attention. He's got the BKB. They look over at KP, who's trying to fight 3v1, maybe 4v1. The right click damage coming in from the Invoker. They've got the Winter's Curse that's going to lock up Moon. They get the kill to KP, so they'll take out 2 of these heroes. They look over at this Bat Rider. They haven't lost anybody on the side of Execration just yet. They've also taken out mid 1 as Palos gets credit for that. BKB or not, it's looking like Moon's going to go down again. The tides will rage as the Moon is gone, and they'll call GG. Execration will eliminate Team SMG.
Yeah. If you had them marked down as your compendium winners, that dream is now dead. A rough series for them, really. Like, game 1, feels like they should have won that very convincingly, just like they did game 2. And in game 3, it was really just getting outplayed around the map, just like in game 1.
Yeah.
Like, they just had no chance whatsoever. Execration is just playing the map better. It wasn't a draft win this time around, it was just really an outplay. Execration did very, very well. And yeah, congratulations to them. They're moving on to play against either Fnatic or Neon.
That's going to be a hard matchup no matter who comes down to the lower bracket. Will they actually... Do they play the winner of that? Or...
They play the loser of that.
Oh, okay. They play the loser of that.
Yeah, but Fnatic and Neon are both, of course, SEA powerhouses.
Yeah. Very much
and it's
so.
the next big challenge. Oh, well, it's TI qualifiers. Every match is a big challenge from here on out.
Yeah.
They have to win how many more games? 1, 2, 3, 4 more series to win to get the TI.
So
You
8
have
more
the
games.
mental
Oh no, 9 more games.
endurance. Sorry, what?
9 more games.
9 more games, yeah. It's a tough ask.
It's a tough ask.
I've been there. Level, they didn't even start lower bracket right away. They started upper bracket, okay. But yeah, it's a long road still. You did well so far, but you're gonna, like, the real tests lie ahead of you still.
And the real tests do lie ahead for this Execration side, but they do eliminate a front runner in Team SMG. And they will take this series 2-1. So we'll be back with the next series, which is, I believe, Galaxy Racer against Motivate Trust.
That's right.
We'll be back with that hopefully pretty soon. Stay right there. We'll be right back.